I manifest the knowledge for wisdom to shine bright. How you think you see the moon unless in the sun bright? Women claim independent, you can never dim the light. Today's math is understanding, I'm about to get them right. The contrast to its astral take fight. The only thing you really missing is understanding the fight. Supreme, supreme. Starring each sage or weed, I'm about to take speed and enter me, mastering 55 degrees to deity, higher in fire and cold water, into samadhi. You could never know my body. Bars. Naga.
Didn't think I was gonna do it again, but here it go. Returning them bars into the supreme flow. Respect, I only move for divineness. My center point of circle can follow the line in. I manifest supreme being, embodiment, connected to the stars. Light points be my history. Manifest and bringing back everything that's meant for me. My infantry. You don't really know who on my spirit team. I keep it me. Move through the air like the smoking head. Pick it out, let it go. Black fist in the afro. I'm on a horse, Geronimo, shooting a bunch of arrows on top of every pyramid. Rapping just like the pharaohs. I'm repping everything new, I stand in Heru. I'm repping everything new, I stand in Heru. I freed the ibis, so got the bird's eye view. I freed the ibis and got the bird's eye view. Respect. Naga.
Bars heavy, bench press, so get your size up. Yeah, they always wanna know really what's up inside us, we riders. Don't get it twisted, I'll break in sizes, you modest. I'ma stand king, born son, I promise. Trying to cross that, you need to know where the line is. I was raised with gorillas, pit bulls, and piranhas. Solar eclipse, see the reflection through the lumen, and I can see the gold from the sun come up through the turmeric. The star need bay leaf and time, cook the food again, a hooligan. Knowledge born supreme cipher, the gods to them. Divine balance in one motion will come to them. Student and the teacher bring the knowledge to both you and them. Student and the teacher bring the knowledge to both you and them. Bars.
I was here, I was there, I was all over the map. From the back, it's a rap, they ain't catch me in the trap. Why you thinking you hard, boy? I'm ripping these bars up. Been like a sawed off, I'm sick of the nausea. Running rap like a Rajon, you need to take caution. Taking my portion, repping divine one. Shine brighter than 12 suns, you hoping to hell come. You thinking how you thinking, I'm cooking the well done. You can claim they're your peoples, but watch them tell something. Everybody swear they real, but everybody be frontin'. I'm cool, I'm laid back, I'm rolling the blunt. But I don't care what they say, I just do what I want. I ain't talking to you, so just mind your business. Knowledge is born. And I birthed the wisdom supreme.
Question. Would you die for me?
Yes.
That's too easy. Would you live for me?
Yes.
Careful. Do not say this oath thoughtlessly. Desire becomes surrender, surrender becomes power.
This is a piece that I put together. Short, but interesting. I hope you enjoy. Naga.
Always around, like it's trying to lead me somewhere. I feel so familiar with it, like I know this somehow. I'm not crazy, you just don't understand me, or yourself for that matter. And what do you think you know about who we are?
Nah, you're not crazy. We're something different, King. But it's still foggy. Let me walk with you.
Oh, so you want to build? You already know the vibes.
Well, what I've read so far is that our culture has been around for billions, maybe more. We carry a genetic link to the divine creators that established civilization.
Oh snap, that's what's up. My grandma used to say I had an old soul. Wait, something's not right. I think it's happening again. I gotta get out of here.
As he runs down the stairs and into the streets, the spirit of the Black Nagas has awakened in him.
Wagwan, wagwan, wagwan. Yeah, I hope y'all like that intro, man. I took the time to put it together. And I'm thinking about, I got an idea, man. So I'm probably going to fall back for a minute and work on this idea because I like this live and I think I could do something with it. You know what I'm saying? With like about 2-3 hours worth of time. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta build up the work. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I want to go live because I want to talk about some specifics. And there's a few things that's floating around in my head right now. I guess I'll get to those points. But right now, um, if you've been like watching or just in the last, I don't know, 3 months watching incremental science, um, even up in the last week or so, me doing the Naga readings of the Naga information. Um, it's real. It was more revealing and perplexing to me because I believed in it, but I didn't know, and I was walking by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I was. If you go way back in my readings, you go way back in my talkings or whatever, and I say I don't like to read. You'll never catch me reading a book. You know what I'm saying? Like the knowledge I gotta feel it. If I don't feel it, if it don't come directly to me, I'm not dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's every single culture in the world. Like you got to be able to vibe first. You know what I'm saying? You already know the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if back in the day, even when we was teenagers, we used to say, if I don't vibe with you, I don't F with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to feel them. If you don't feel somebody, we just didn't, you know what I'm saying, didn't mess with them like that. Like these teachings stayed in existence through time. And ultimately, we're losing that value of understanding. So I had to test the knowledge that I was getting on a real type time. I had to get it and understand it that it was coming to me as a truth. So everybody else wouldn't have understood it. But if I absorb these vibes that I'm getting and download them through the physical and see what they manifest as within the action, that's me following, right? So ultimately, me doing all these little, me talking to people, I mean, throughout my life, my entire life, vibing certain energies, just being pushed and pulled, you know what I'm saying? Following the waves, feeling the waves, you know what I'm saying? Feeling the waves of the universe, feeling the waves, how they push and pull, you know what I'm saying? Pull, they recede and they go forward, they recede and they go forward. Getting familiarity, like if you go to a beach or you outside watching the sky or you watching the trees and all this, you get familiarity, understanding that wave and that push and that pull. And then you graduate and you understanding the ebb and flow of life and you know what that means. And all the waves, even the beat of your heart is a wave. Boof, 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 boof. It's a wave. Boof, 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 boof. You know what I'm saying? All these subsequent values, they are resonant energies that come from the universe. So to trace these waves back and seeing how they end up in your existence is important. This is Naga. People would look at me like I'm crazy. And, it kind of blew my mind because now I'm reading about the Naga. I finally say, you know what, F it, I'm going to read something. And I'm going to read it to the people. I'm going to go get some information and see what they talking about. And I'm looking through these books, you know what I'm saying? I'm reading. You know what they talking about in a scientific way? Everything I'm manifesting. Everything I'm showing people. But they speaking about it in terms of how the world talks, you know what I'm saying? But it's the exact same thing. And they putting titles and names on it when they're speaking about the values of the universe. They're putting names on it. And I'm like, yo, but they speaking about what's going on and what I said. You know what I'm saying? What I'm manifesting. Like, it was mind blowing to me. And it was crazy because I remember doing a bill, like, I don't know, a couple years ago. And I was going back and forth with somebody. And I was like, everything that I manifest, you can go cross reference. I don't need a book. You can take what I'm saying and go find it. That's how I know it's powerful. That was one of the things I would use to stand on. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody came in my neck trying to say, yo, where you getting this at? I would say, test me. Take what I'm saying and you'll find it in 1,000 books, 1,000 coaches. I am. So that value was more liberating for me to even first start picking up books and start seeing what I'm talking about within the knowledges. And respect to the brothers that's out here, you know, promoting that value. Because before I was even introduced to most of the brothers in the culture that's doing it, this was just who I was anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. I was laughing at myself earlier. I'm sitting there looking at it right now. Like cause I felt confident because my hair is growing back, right? So my hair is getting thicker. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's getting thicker all up here at the top. But at this part it's still working, but it's still thick enough to where you can see the value. Like I can pull it into a ponytail and it's like all this new hair under there, right? Under my dreads and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a new head of hair under my dreads, you know what I'm saying? That's like not even locked up. So my hair is growing back and I'm not realizing how big my head is. I always tell you I got a big head, you know what I'm saying? So when I took this off, I was like, I'm about to get in the camera. I'm just gonna have my dreads out. My head was like, boom! I was like, yo, nigga, got a domicile. You know, big ass head, yo. Like, put that shit back. Like, my head big, yo. Like, that's head right there. That's all head. You know what I'm saying? Like, my jaw big. Like, and then my dent was showing this morning. My third eye dent was showing this morning. You see that? Like, my head big. Yo. I don't want to show y'all my head. I got a big head, yo. Like, I gotta put dreads on this big ass head, yo. Like, oh yeah. So yeah, yeah, I had some negative to talk about that would have balanced out the positive, and it's kind of floating around, and I kind of feel some type of way about it because I had a family member that would reach out to me, right, and they would always like send me Bible quotes or say what's up and all that, and act like it was like mad tight, and something said test it and see, and I was like, yo, because I'm in dire need right now. I'm in dire need to make a lot of things happen in my life. You know what I'm saying? Especially in my living situation. You know what I mean? Like, so I was reaching out for help from a family member. You know what I'm saying? And after that, they just like stopped reaching out. Yo, they just like send no more messages. Yo, they just fell all the way back. It was like, hold on, I'm give me. And just fell all the way back. I was like, look at it. It's beautiful. It's textbook. Look at it. It's textbook. That's just it be real like that though. That's how you be knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to test the water sometimes to see where people stand at. Cause everybody want to play those roles, but they don't really be them type of people. And then when you give it back to them, they feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like like they be mad when you be grown later. You know what I'm saying? You be like, who? Excuse me. Remember. You know what I mean? So it's ill like that. But I ain't gonna even dig deep into that. It was just funny. But for the most part, yeah, like and today I was in meditations and I can feel the rejuvenating energy. I can feel it. I was watching a Cancer Queen talk um yesterday and she was talking some power. She was like, yo, I felt the switch of the energy. And I was like, word. So I was sitting there like, y'all must have missed it. And I was like going through my archives, you know what I'm saying? Trying to see if I felt like a push or pull, right? And it was crazy because I was deep in my mind, right? While I was in this meditation, it's like I forgot about that. And I was just in the meditation, right? So while I'm in this meditation, like the two hemispheres is like pulling all my thoughts. And the divine is telling me, let all this go. Just let all of this go. And it was showing me people, family members, things people did from a child, like all the way up until now. They was showing me like all the negative things. Oh, excuse me. See, something ain't trying to let me talk right now. They like, don't let him speak. So I'm in this meditation, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's splitting. It's like two, and it's like two. It's like it's parted, like it's parted like this. But what's going back is like the thoughts, and the thoughts is like water, and it's like give this all to me, and how it's all blowing back. It's all blowing back like this. You know what I'm saying? And all the thoughts, and I'm it's like they're moving fast, but I'm moving fast. It look like it's going slow. So I'm looking at all the thoughts as they go past me. I'm like, yeah, they can go all they can. He like, just let me get all that. He like, let me get all those thoughts. Why you carrying all that? He was like, some stuff you give me and some stuff you don't. Some stuff you try to let me work on and some stuff you don't. And I had to realize that's what I was doing. So I'm looking at some stuff that I try to do myself, and I'm looking at some stuff I just let divine handle. And I'm like, you got to give it all up. You can't hold on to none of that. You know what I'm saying? So in this meditation, the waves is pulling like it's two like big tsunami waves, and they like pulling all the stuff, pulling everything, all the events, all the situations, all the personal pains, all the little secrets you heard, everything, just pulling everything divine. Like, let me get all that. Let me get all that. I want all that. Let me get all that so I can burn that up off you real quick. And I'm like, whoa. And it's crazy because while this is taking place, my body, I'm feeling like this pulses of energy. And I'm starting to feel like my muscles feeling them inside. Like I'm feeling them. I'm like, yo, that snap is crazy right now. Ooh, go do like, oh, nice. Feel good right there. Like, okay, time to do some workouts. Get some, get it back going. You can feel that energy, you know what I'm saying? You can feel it. So hold on.
Supreme thought, supreme being, supreme light. I manifest the knowledge for wisdom to shine bright. How you think you see the moon unless in the sun bright? Women claim independence, you can never dim the light. The day's math is understanding, I'm about to get them right. The contrast to its astral take fight. The only thing you really missing is understanding the fight. Supreme. Starring each sage and weed, I'm about to take speed and enter me, mastering 55 degrees to deity, higher in fire and cold water, into samadhi. You could never know my body. Bars. Naga.
Sorry for that. Like I said, sometimes people are rude, yo. They just come with all their noise and they don't consider people around them. It's the world we live in. But I was saying, ultimately,
Didn't think I was gonna do it again, but here it go. Returning them bar bars into the supreme flow. Respect. I only move for divineness. My center point of circle can't follow the line in. I manifest supreme being, embodiment, connected to the stars. Light points be my history. Manifest and bringing back everything that's meant for me. My infantry. You don't really know who on my spirit team. I keep it me. Move through the air like the smoking head. Pick it out, let it go. Black fist in the afro. I'm on a horse, Geronimo, shooting a bunch of arrows on top of every pyramid. Repping just like the pharaohs. I'm repping everything new, I stand in Heru. I'm repping everything new, I stand in Heru. I freed the ibis, so got the bird's eye view. You, I freed the ibis and got the bird's eye view. Respect. Naga.
Boss heavy.
fucking terrible, yeah. So, excuse me, yo. It's like it's trying to get under my skin. So ultimately, I'm in this meditation, right? And it's pulling all these thoughts back. And I'm seeing the waves. And as I'm seeing the waves pulse around me, I'm realizing that is the Naga. Like the waves is the Naga. Like it's I know this. I'm speaking to it the whole time, but I'm not in comprehension to the Naga aspect. I'm like, yo, there go the Naga right there. Like you can see it going like this. You can see it pulsing all around you. My heart is pulsing off waves and it's coming up. The universe is pulsing waves and they're coming down and they're mixing together and they're spinning like this. They're coming together in the hemisphere, my Taurus hemisphere, and they're spinning together. And I'm watching this take place and I'm like, wow, Naga, right? This is all in this meditation. So ultimately, watching these things take place and I'm flushing the thoughts with this energy. Like I'm putting the thoughts into this energy and I'm letting it carousel. I'm letting it ride that circular motion into infinity, taking it off. Start feeling this charge up of energy, right? Start feeling this charge up of energy. Like you just feeling it like pulse your body and like your muscles tight. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, I start getting into this like this medical Qiang Tai Chi motion and I'm moving the energies and I'm moving the energies around and I'm, you know what I'm saying, feeling that. It's crazy, yo. Like, and it was beautiful for me to have that connection, but ultimately, I know what I need for myself. Like it was just showing me that you need to get back into a space to where you can do this all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I got too many blockages going on right now and I can't focus. So I got to pull back and go into this space so I can try to manifest some more. I mean, and basically it's not me doing it. It's just being a part of the flow. And it was crazy because I was even like burning some saps for, you know, like giving offerings to the divine. I was burning saps, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? If you know what I mean when I say I'm burning saps, this, you know what I'm saying? That's common knowledge, but other people may call them other things, you know what I'm saying? So I was burning saps and I'm burning the saps and the smoke is going like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was crazy because I'm like saying this is for divine. This is for divine. I'm like saying this while I'm meditating, right? And then it was like a flow, and you could see it. It was like, and I was like watching the flow, like how it was trying to come in, and then it was in the air, and it was like wrapping around, and it would just go out the window, and then flow stream like that, like. And I'm like, the flow. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just the flow. You know what I'm saying? It was just a natural response to the value, like the flow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like mind blown. I'm like, yo, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? That's super dope. You know what I mean? In cohesiveness to everything else, I was meditating in that same spot. So I'm like, wow, it's mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? It's mind blowing. And it just starts to come together within the retrospect of you. So understanding your personal value and your connection energy to the universe is what's going to expound on these things. Like you can't run outside of yourself. Like all the knowledge is inside of you. Even the acceptances of the breaks and the waves. Like how deep you put yourself in a tunnel, you just got to get into the flow and watch the flow pull you right up out of it. But it's not patience. It's not. It's connection, yo. Understanding the full connection. And a lot of times we don't connect fully, lack thereof of circumstances that we're still trying to control. And that's the real understanding to a particular value. I personally try to, because it seems like it's certain things that you can do, but ultimately you can't do those particular things. So in certain values, it's like I'm gonna try to, and then you get the energy, and then they say, even listening to certain people, well, you this or you gotta do that. Well, you know what? The strongest rock says nothing, and it's still and it's unmovable and it speaks to its value. You see what I'm saying? Like the heaviest weight don't have to have a conversation. So does the heaviest motion that's unmovable speak to the value of masculinity, or the conversation that you display speaks to your value of masculinity? I get in a certain way with certain things because we feel the need to be outspoken when our value of creativity wasn't outspoken. You see what I'm saying? Like we get lost in these certain understandings, and I'm not knocking it. I'm saying the definition of the explanation of how that would manifest for its real purpose is not what society's saying it is. And I understand people are used to these certain things, but ultimately those are reactions. Like how far are you gonna go to deal with an individual within something before you see somebody stand up and be more masculine or be more feminine? That's a reaction. But if I'm not in conjunction to explain or have this conversation because I am, then me being masculine is not the expression of my masculinity. It's how much I stay in this spot of understanding. It's how well I stay in my clear understanding. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to answer to you. I don't have to explain myself to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reality. Moreover than that, respect, Queen. Moreover than that, the value to your placement of your existence is what you're expressing. That coupled with the connection to the stream is the true value. So in between that, we're trying to hold on to something. We're trying to make something work right. This has nothing to do with patience. This has everything to do with connection. And ultimately, you get impatient thinking that you need to be patient. And it's like, well, you don't understand this yet, so you need to wait. And that's a counterpart understanding. And I can retrospect with that. Because lack thereof of what you know, why would I allow you to drive a car if you don't know the whole workings of it? No, we're not doing that. So we're talking the same value and universal principle. Why would I allow you to access more universal connection when you don't even know how to connect? So what are we actually learning here in this system of things? We're learning that we were all processed through our ancestors in an aspect of wave addiction. Meaning things that happened to our ancestors through antiquity stuck with you within the wave addiction aspect. That means it felt good to them. It burned into their existence as a happening. That happening came with them when they created another life. Now, without you having any understanding to that, those informations is padded into your DNA as a new creation. You do not know none of this. Constantly with this replication of life, we are creating a braid of circumstances that go through existence. This braid of circumstances that go through existence add an understanding of loss, grief, and disconnection because lack thereof of understanding where the first creation of our family actually came from. And the addiction pattern that came from that first creation all the way down to you. It's like pulling the sugar out the straw. It's like pulling the sugar out the straw all the way at the end. You got to get all the sugar. Now, you remember as a kid, you like something. You don't even know why it tastes so good. You just want it. I'm going to go back to what my grandfather said. You only want it because you see it. You got to beat these things down. You got to beat them down. And you have to understand first the indicative value of these circumstances to your creation in life. This is why someone came up with the value, the art of nothing. Because it was so much that came with being a part of life. We forgot the value of love in the nature aspect. It's so many different, this is why knowledge is power. It's so many different things that are in nature that resemble or is the real ideal of what you buy from the grocery store. I.e., I'll give you an example, like Jell-O. Jell-O is jello-y. You can get it green with different flavors. Check this out. There's a fruit that grows in Africa called a kiwani. It looks like a small melon that grows with spikes on it, like a malice. When you cut it, after it's ripened, it starts out green and it changes orange. And it has stripes on it like a watermelon, but it's small. When you cut it open, it has green jello on the inside with black seeds. The same consistency as jello, and it tastes like banana. Smells like tropical punch on the outside, but it tastes like banana on the inside. And it's effing good. This is some of these things people you wouldn't know unless you go get the knowledge and say, yo, that's interesting that this is natural and we buy this fake thing in the store to collaborate this idea of something natural, but you don't even have this growing around you nowhere. Somebody doing more research about your life than you is at that point. You see how you can get so much knowledge out of one circumstance? If I can find this eons later and be like, yo, why is this so familiar to something that we use a powdered box in water? What is water? The word water, wata, which was usurped from the indigenous people of the South Americas from the Europeans and added an R. It was wata, W-A-T-A. What was wata? Wata was the question that the European asked the Indian when he asked them what was they riding on. He didn't understand what a raft was, or sticks combined together to float on the water. When he pointed at the water, the Indian thought he was talking about the water, so he said wata. He thought he was talking about the boat, so he said wata. So the boat was called wata. That's what they call the thing to float on, wata. The substance under that, he didn't give him an answer for that. So they assumed that what they were drinking was water. What is water? I'll give you another one, kangaroo. The Europeans went down to Australia, saw a marsupial hopping around, right? He asked the Aborigine, what is that? The Aborigine responded to the European kangaroo. Kangaroo? Kangaroo in Aborigine means I don't understand what you're saying to me. Goes right over everybody's heads. Never gave them an answer for what the animal was. But we took that value and brought it over here and started saying kangaroo. This happens a lot as far as what we think we understand in certain values. You have to separate and get back to the vibration. If you watch this whole thing, you'll hear me say in the beginning, if I don't vibe with you, I ain't effing with you. That's just what it is. We came from that. So if you ain't feeling it, why you mixing with it? Look, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Just a little 30 minutes of jewels real quick. Love, light, and peace and all that. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your day. Naga.
Bench press, you'll get your size up. Yeah, they always want to know really what's up inside.
Supreme thought, supreme being, supreme light. I manifest the knowledge for wisdom to shine bright. How you think you see the moon unless in the sun bright? Women claim independence, you can never dim the light. Today's math is understanding, I'm about to get them right. The contrast to its astral take fight. The only thing you're really missing is understanding the fight. Supreme, supreme. Starring eat sage and weed, I'm about to take speed and enter me, mastering 55 degrees to deity, higher and fire and cold water, into samadhi. You could never know my body. Bars. Naga.
Didn't think I was gonna do it again, but here it go. Returning them bomb bars into the supreme flow. Respect, I only move for divineness. My center point of circle can't follow the line in. I manifest supreme being, embodiment, connected to the stars. Light points be my history. Manifesting, bringing back everything that's meant for me. My infantry. You don't really know who on my spirit team. I keep it lean. Move through the air like the smoking head. Pick it out, let it go. Black fist in the afro. I'm on a horse, Geronimo, shooting a bunch of arrows on top of every pyramid. Repping just like the pharaohs. I'm repping everything new, I stand in Heru. I'm repping everything new, I stand in Heru. I freed the ibis, so got the bird's eye view. Yo, I freed the ibis and got the bird's eye view. Respect. Naga.
Bars heavy, bench press, you'll get your size up. Yeah, they always want to know really what's up inside us. We riders. Don't get it twisted, I'll break in sizes. You modest. I'ma stand king born son, I promise. Try to cross that, you need to know where the line is. I was raised with gorillas, pit bulls, and piranhas. Solar ecliptic. See the reflection through the lumen, and I can see the gold from the sun come up through the turmeric. The star need bay leaf and time. I'm cooking food again, a hooligan. Knowledge born supreme cipher, the gods two of them. Divine balance in one motion become two of them. Student and the teacher bring the knowledge to both you and them. Student and the teacher bring the knowledge to both you and them. Bars.
I was here, I was there, I was all over the map. From the back, it's a rap, they ain't catch me in a trap. Why you thinking you hard, boy? I'm ripping these bars up. Spit like a sawed off, I'm sick of the nausea. Running rap like a Rajon, you need to take caution. Taking my portion, repping divine one. Shine brighter than 12 suns, you hoping the hell come. You thinking how you thinking, I'm cooking the well done. You can claim they're your peoples, but watch them go tell something. Everybody swear they real, but everybody be frontin'. I'm cool, I'm laid back, I'm rolling the blunt. But I don't care what they say, I just do what I want. I ain't talking to you, so just mind your business. Knowledge is born, and I birthed the wisdom supreme.
Question. Would you die for me?
Yes.
That's too easy. Would you live for me?
Yes.
Careful. Do not say this oath thoughtlessly. Desire becomes surrender, surrender becomes power.
This is a piece that I put together. Short, but interesting. I hope you enjoy it. Naga.
Always around. Like it's trying to lead me somewhere. I feel so familiar with it. Like I know this somehow. I'm not crazy. You just don't understand me. Or yourself for that matter. And what do you think you know about who we are?
Nah, you're not crazy. We're something different, King. But it's still foggy. Let me walk with you.
Oh, so you want to build. You already know the vibes.
Well, what I've read so far is that our culture has been around for billions, maybe more. We carry a genetic link to the divine creators that established civilization.
Oh, snap. That's what's up. My grandma used to say I had an old soul. Wait, something's not right. I think it's happening again. I gotta get out of here.
As he runs down the stairs and into the streets, the spirit of the Black Nagas